Thank you to EUROCAE for inviting me to partake in this virtual visionary talk with my distinguished guest. 14 months down the line, the health crisis continues to paralyze our industry and plunge into deeper debt as airlines and the entire aviation ecosystem struggle to restart. It safely remains and always will be our number one priority despite the dire need to ensure our financial sustainability. The latter cannot be achieved without harmonized measures versus an ever more fragmented political decision-making landscape, the abolishment of quarantine and closed borders, enhanced vaccination campaigns, more financially and logistically accessible, quick yet efficient tests, roadmaps for safe restart, digital solutions to ensure a seamless and contactless passenger journey. However, we cannot lose sight of another pressing issue and industry priority, particularly in Europe, setting aviation on a course for decarbonization. From flight shame to the shame of not being able to fly, we need to find a middle ground together as an industry, including politicians, regulators, and many of our stakeholders. Commitments such as the European Green Deal have been made, and it is our duty, our collective duty, to see it through. Better yet, we should serve on this common objective to come together, find solutions, and implement them. CO2 emissions, noise, NOx, single-use plastic. The list of topics under the green umbrella is quite extensive, but we as an industry are not known to shy away from challenges. The big question is how. Aviation and flying are not the enemy, CO2 is. So how can we achieve decarbonization if electric, hybrid, or hydrogen aircraft were ready and equally performant as the current aircraft we fly today? Airlines will use them, but the road is still a long one. Technology is a fantastic tool to help us achieve our goals, be it through digitalization, better material, or by enhancing performance, and can be applied to the entire value chain from the aircraft itself to the passenger journey, greening and improving air transport as a whole. To achieve this vision, we need less whip and more carrots, less taxes and barriers, and more incentives and research and development. In short, we need broader investment and better policy to help airlines decrease our carbon footprint and increase our efficiencies. Speaking of policy, the long-awaited Single European Sky is both a vital initiative from an airspace standpoint and a formidable enabler to achieve our ambitious environmental goals through more fuel-efficient direct routes. Yet, if member states require drastic efforts from the industry to tackle climate change and the European Green Deal, they are simultaneously impeding us to materialize this initiative, which could provide up to 10% cut in EU aviation emissions. Indeed, if member states' politicians, heavily lobbied by underperforming monopolistic ANSPs, are supposedly committed to fight against climate change, they are, however, not willing to allow an independent EU body to act as a referee, as this has been suggested by the European Commission in its CES2 Plus proposal. Another solution to achieve our environmental targets are sustainable aviation fuels. We need government support to ensure sufficient sustainable aviation fuel production, shrinking the yet significant price premium they command. Infrastructure to produce and supply sustainable aviation fuels should be an important part of the recovery spending made in the coming years, ensuring aviation's energy transition away from fossil fuels. In both of these examples and beyond, good regulation is key. And one of the keys to a good regulation lies in meaningful consultation, discussions, and sharing visions, like the ones we will be doing during the EUROCAE's visionary talks in April 29th. We need to, and we work together, not only for the restart, but also for the disrupt this current disruption. Let us use this crisis as an opportunity to shape the aviation of tomorrow, making it more sustainable and efficient, and reigniting a much-awaited freedom of movement, reuniting with colleagues, friends, family, and loved ones.